Okay, it's the 15th of September, although this came yesterday at the time of recording, though I haven't had a chance to open it until today. And this is what I was hoping that this was going to be, but yeah, they have since corrected the image of this. Oh, it's a brand new copy. Okay. So yeah, it was the same price as the CD. Yeah, this is a brand new copy. It's still sealed. It's actually still sealed, so this has worked out in my favour. You can tell it's... Oh, look at that. That's filthy. Ugh. That is filthy. Ooh. I got a knife anyway, just to pierce that. There we go. Yeah, this is going straight in the bin. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but there's been an attempt, you know, basically a cancellation of Reginald D. Hunter because he said a joke at a comedy gig that people paid to go see him at, and they got offended. Yeah, I know. The thing is though, the joke he told, like, he's been telling variations of it for years. Like, you know, this is a lot edgier than anything else today. And that, which means it's good a lot of the time. But yeah, it is. Oh yeah, that's brand new. It's got that, still got that new plastic smell. But yeah, look forward to watching that later on. So happy days. Okay, it's the 19th of September. I'll show you the first thing I got here quite quick. So this is the Black Rose figure from Sonic Prime. This is one of the few figures that I didn't have, and the reason is because most of the Sonic Prime figures have been reduced to £6 at Smith's Toys. Unfortunately, one of the only other ones I don't have is the Sonic from Wave 3 and 4, I think. Could be wrong about that, I think I might have one of them. But yeah, those are still at full retail price, which I don't know why, because they've got way more of them than the others. But yeah, this figure I put off for quite a while. Simply because I wasn't that interested in it. But for £6, considering, you know, the resale price on these is 15, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, and I'm happy to have gotten it. Still no sign of any Sonic 3 merchandise here in the UK yet, and I mean the third Sonic movie. We will get it eventually, and it's actually easier to get it when it comes out here in the UK, mainly because generally it'll pop up online and that as well, and you can like reserve it in stores and everything. The other thing I picked up was this. Jonathan Creek, the Judas Tree. Now I said that I wasn't going to bother getting any of the other Jonathan Creek DVDs, and the reason is because the Grinning Man was the last to have any special features. Then this one, I literally found, I was rewatching all of Jonathan Creek recently, and there was some, and you know, it came up in my recommended section when I was looking, you know, online and that, and this popped up. But it said something interesting on the back of the individual release, which it didn't say on like the box set, which is why I looked at for like other special features. And it says here, includes material not found in the featured broadcast extended version. That's interesting. Doesn't say what it is, and it doesn't say the runtime of it, and it doesn't give a separate runtime. It only has one runtime of 93 minutes. Which is interesting because its actual runtime is 94 minutes. So now on 14 minutes. That's the same on iPlayer and everywhere else. It was the same on BritBox. And I do have an HD download of this, so yeah. What I'm wondering is was it originally planned to be a 90-minute broadcast? And so they had this extra material that they put into the DVD. And then later, you know, on, it was, you know, just the regular 94-minute version. I don't know, because I can't find any information about it. The disc, very clean. Yeah, surprisingly clean. Which is good, because the last couple of CEX, like Blu-rays or DVDs and that I've gotten, I've had to clean. In fact, one of them I had to clean scratches off. And that, so, yeah, hopefully this will rip correctly. But I'm interested, is there 2 versions on here? I'll be interested, it'll be worth it for that. If it is just the one version and it's an hour 14 minutes, and there's no difference, then yeah, I'll have wasted my money essentially with this for the most part. I mean, but since it was only £2 and I could pick it up, you know, there was one CEX local to me that had one, just one, and that it must have been someone who must have just traded in all of the Jonathan Creek DVDs, because they literally had all of them there. But yeah, so this one I'm interested in. I don't know, but I will find out, and that, you know, when I pop, you know, I could pop it in. I could pop it in the disk drive right now. And that, and I will literally just tell you, you know, whether it does or doesn't, because, again, something odd, because, like, if you buy the complete Jonathan Creek collection, it does not mention that anywhere about an extended version, or having material not in the broadcast version. So, yeah, I'll be interested to see what it actually says, if it bloody loads. The disc is pop. Okay. No, is the answer. Okay. It's 94 minutes, sorry. Now I'm 34 minutes, sorry. Why was I saying? No, this is exactly the same length. This is exactly the same length. Yeah. And there's no option for, like, a non extra material. So, yeah, it was a waste of time, basically. But I needed to find out, and for £2 I found out. And I've still got, you know, it's a physical copy at least. So, yeah. There's that. There's that. But, so now we know the answer. If you were wondering about extended material, basically, if you go and watch this on iPlayer or any basically streaming site, in fact, if you Google it, it says 94 minutes. I don't know where it's getting the 93 minutes from. And if you put this in, the only option is to either play or scene selection, and it's, again, a 94 minute. So, yeah. But there you go. Interestingly, though, for Doctor Who fans like me, this is a meeting between Sarah Young Smith and Paul McGann on screen. Yeah. Just thought I'd mention that. And it's got Winston Churchill in it. But yeah, there we go, people, there we go. Alright, it's the 27th of September. Ooh, that's not good. And it isn't also that this thing is slightly bent, and I'm hoping the record is alright, but again, we can only hope. Oh look, because Royal Mail, our Royal Mail delivery person, loves to use vinyl records as a tray to carry the other stuff, including a couple of other packages I got today, which are also going back because they're damaged. They were sonic screwdrivers, and yeah, they were elastic banded to this. So let's hope it survived. Amazingly, oh no, it didn't. Yep. Yep, it did not. Right, This is going back to the shop. I'm going out today anyway, so yeah, this is going back to the shop because it's just easier just to exchange it. I'm not happy with that. All right, so one trip to HMV later. Here we are, and I did email. By the way, it's the 30th of September today. I received this last Friday, and I did message their customer service. Never got a word back from them. Yeah, their online one wasn't working either, like their online chat thing. But the good news is, if you do receive something from HMV in the post and it is damaged, which is what mine was, it had basically a really nasty ding in the corner there, and one at that corner. Sorry, a crease on that side there. So yeah, basically you can just go to any HMV store and just swap it in person. Obviously I know that's not an option to some people in the UK depending on how close your HMV is. But for me, who has 2, you could argue 3 if you count Sunderland, local ones to me. I say argue not with Sunderland because, you know, that would be the quickest way for me to get there would be like a 50 minute train journey there, and which, you know, I know to Americans out there that sounds like nothing, but in the UK it's a fair bit. So yeah, so yeah, this is now 0809, and the thing that made me want to get this immediately, because there was a few tracks on here that I noticed, like for example, there's Take That, Greatest Day, and that on there. There's a few tracks that I do already have elsewhere. For example, what was it? What was it that I already have elsewhere? I'm pretty sure I've got Oasis, The Shock of Lightning. Yeah, I do have that. I do have that. Cause I've got the album Black Eyed Peas. I got a feeling got that, and that there was quite a few, but there was one song on here which isn't on. For some reason, HMV didn't put it on the track listing in the description, but it is on here. It is written on back here. My favourite Robbie Williams song, Bodies. So yeah, this is the only time that song has ever had a release on vinyl. So yeah, also nice anti-static sleeves. Like, it's weird. You'd expect the now vinyl range, you know, to be the cheap bottom of the barrel ones, but no, that actually these are really nicely pressed and pretty good maskers and that as well. Yeah, that, like for example, you know, you think the bigger companies like Warner Brothers or Universal would have, you know, the better ones, but honestly, these now vinyls are basically the most consistently good ones out there. Like, no extra bits of vinyl, pellet and that, no rough edges or anything like a lot of newer releases have. In anti-static sleeves. Yes, it's not a gatefold, but for us, I'd rather it not be a gatefold and, you know, have this a care to detail and everything. But yeah, this is a Sony Music EMI release. But yeah, I will be listening to this later on. So hooray! I will though try and take these stickers off, because I want to keep the shrink wrapping on there because it's a good way to, you know, keep the record sleeve and that protected. I will say at least HMV is using them plastic lined stickers, so it makes it a little bit easier. There we go, got the security one off and that. But yeah, the staff in store, very friendly, very helpful. The staff at the, however, at the online help centre are not nice. They are horrible. They used to be good, but the ones that they've got now are just horrible. They are horrible. And I've done actually separate videos on them. But yeah, there we go. We've removed the price stickers and everything there, so it's all nice and spick and span and that, and hopefully there's no issues in that with it, because I don't want to have to return it a third time. I didn't even bother opening it, and the reason was I literally did that so quick and not even bothered looking at the record, just because I was going out anyway that day, so yay, hey ho with that. So yeah, there we go. Okay, it's the 8th of October today. I picked up an order from HMV in store, this one, because it was under £20, and if it's under £20 then basically you can get free click and collect in store. Wow, it doesn't look like it got damaged. So it's this, which I've been waiting for a while. I've had it on back order for over a month now, but finally got it. This is Linkin Park Transmissions. Was it Transmission? Or yeah, Transmission Impossible 3-disc set, which is basically 3 CDs of various live performances, and that. I've got a few of these now. But this one was fairly recently released. It was released a few months back, but yeah, I've had it on back order on HMV for quite a while. Just gonna position these 3 CDs the correct way, so there we go. Now, I don't know whether these have had, any of these tracks have had previous releases. I'm hoping not, because I'm hoping they're ones I haven't already got, but I don't think there will be. But there's your track listing there on the back. Yeah. We're interested for disc 3, because disc 3 has some tracks and that, has some presumably live tracks from One More Light. And obviously we've had, you know, there's been an official release and that of that as a live performance, but yeah, it'd be interesting to get some other ones. But yeah, survived perfectly fine intact, and yeah, very happy with it. The artwork, just to show the artwork underneath the CD, and that is exactly the same. And these are pressed CDs as well. And that, just in case anyone was wondering, some information there. I don't know if it's worth showing that off, but there you go. But yeah, there's that. I think this retails for $15.99 or around about that price. So yeah, but there we go. There we go with that. Some things that I got yesterday, which I'm going to show from Smith's. But the reason I didn't show them yesterday is because I was knackered. I didn't get back home until just after 9 o'clock, because I'd been to see Joker, a Folie de Deux. I can't speak French, so I can't remember how you pronounce them. Anyway, this was in Smith's. So yeah, at the moment only the Shadow 5-inch figure has shown up at Smith's. This box is a little bit battered there. Yeah, bit irritating. But yeah, so interestingly, for some reason, the Sonic 3 figures have switched to a 5-inch scale, whereas the Sonic 2 figures were the 4-inch scale, the same as, you know, the mainline Sonic figures. Yeah, it's interesting that they've done that for this. Obviously, the Sonic Prime figures were 5-inch scale, and that. But yeah, for Sonic 3, it means that your Sonic 3 figures will not basically be posable against your Sonic 2 figures. Not really much of a problem, because as you can see in that, you know, all the main characters and that, basically all the characters from the Sonic 2, you know, are basically just getting new versions here, and it does mean it does have slightly more detail on that. Obviously this is the first Shadow we've had in the 5-inch scale for Sonic 3, and the interesting thing that they've done, I wasn't sure how this would turn out, in that basically rather than just painting the eyes, what they've done is they've put a piece of clear plastic over the eyes to try and make them look, you know, more like the CGI eyes and that they actually have, you know, in it. And I was a bit concerned because a lot of the pictures made it look really weird and odd, but actually, no, it looks pretty decent in that in real life, actually. I don't know how well that is showing. But yeah, his detail is pretty good, and you could very easily, you know, pass him off as a Scandic Shadow on that as well, like. But yeah, really do like the figure. Obviously, these came out in the US and that, what feels like a while ago. I don't know how long ago it actually was, but yeah. But that is the only 5-inch figure that they currently have in. They also have the Shadow that is on the motorbike as well, which I thought was remote controlled. It might not be, actually. I don't think it is, especially for the price. But something else they had is they had some of the 2.5-inch figures. So yeah, the 2.5-inch figures, you know, they're the same scale, so they will match up with you know, all the existing ones and that. So, but obviously you might notice something with these, and that the packaging is different. So yeah, basically, I knew this would happen eventually, but I'll just grab one here. So this is the type of boxes and that the 2.5-inch figures have used, you know, the sort of blister card type design and that. But I know in some countries, and that a year or two ago they did start switching to these boxes, and I knew it was only a matter of time before it would happen to the UK. I don't know if they're like this in the US or not, I'm not sure. But yeah, it does mean, unfortunately, the figure is completely exposed. Which is unfortunate because, for example, if a kid knocks this off a shelf, basically it's going to hit the nose, unfortunately, and, you know, possibly get damaged or scuffed paint. But yeah, it's more likely to get damaged, unfortunately, so bit of a shame there. Something annoying, and it's probably annoying to shops, is that there's no hooks on the top of these. Yeah, there's no hooks, so you can't hook them up, because I like to hook them up and that on the wall for display purposes, but these obviously you can't do it because there's no hook at the back, which is weird because you think, you know, they'd have it cut into the box on that like they did on these, but yeah. But they are pretty good detailed for the size, obviously. Just, I'll have to check, but I swear this 2.5-inch, like the 2.5-inch Jim Carrey and the 2.5-inch Knuckles look, I wonder if they are identical to their Sonic 2 releases. They look almost identical. But yeah, for something, you know, for something so small, it's got really well detail. Unfortunately, none of that detail is showing up on camera because, unfortunately, he's so small, he doesn't want to, the camera does not want to focus on him. But yeah, he's pretty well detailed in that for the size. So's the Knuckles. They've even painted his teeth in. Something that Bandai didn't do with their Sonic Prime figures. Obviously Jack's, you know, higher standard. But yeah, I should also mention the price. These are $5.99 each, and that's you know, the same as the standard 2.5-inch figures. And this is the same as the Sonic Prime figures at £15 each. So yeah, bigger scale, bigger figure, more expensive. And that, though, I will say though, I don't know how it being, you know, the scale being an inch bigger somehow makes it that much more, but apparently it does. Make it like a 5 or more. And that, but oh well, I can't complain about that because it is a nice figure and that, but yeah, I will pick up the rest of the range when it does release. I think the rest of the range and that is coming out in late October, early November time, so that's when I'll pick it up. So yeah. So there are two things to have note on interest on this release. First thing is, I don't know how I missed this before, but look, made in the UK. Yeah, I don't see that often. Anyway, disc 2 is actually a recycled disc. Disc 2 is Linkin Park Almost Acoustic Christmas, so if you have the CD of that, then yeah, it's basically the exact same on here. So, but the other two CDs, as far as I can tell, aren't recycled discs, so yeah, but that is just something you should be aware of. For me, I did have an MP3 version of Almost Acoustic Christmas, but I didn't have it on CD, so I ripped that as a FLAC file, so yeah. But the other two, from what I can tell initially in that, at least from what I know, I don't think are being released before. But again, I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, that was just something I thought I'd point out.